Hello, welcome back to the Mental Health and Wellness Show. I am your host, Dr. Tomi Mitchell, and today we're diving into a topic that beautifully bridges the gap between traditional healthcare and personal empowerment. This topic actually comes from a suggestion from one of our listeners, and we want to say thank you for that suggestion. We're exploring how coaching plays a vital role in helping people not just heal, but also to thrive. We're going to look at how integrating coaching experiences into healthcare can enhance the patient experience and why personal development is key, not just for the patient, but also for physicians and coaches. In medical school and residency, we were taught the FIFE approach, which stands for feelings, ideas, function, and expectations. Now, if you're wondering what that means, let me break it down for you. FIFE is about practicing patient-centered care. It stands for F, feelings. What does the patient feel about their illness, especially their fears? I, ideas. What does the patient think is wrong with them? And why do they feel this way? The next is F, function. How does the illness impact their daily lives? And lastly, E, for expectations. What are they hoping to get out of this visit or as a treatment? When applied well, FIFE helps patients feel heard and understood. And guess what? When patients feel understood, they are more likely to trust their healthcare provider, be satisfied with their care, and follow through on treatment recommendations. Sounds great, right? But here's the kicker. FIFE is still a foreign concept to many patients because they don't feel listened to. And frankly, that's tragic. Healthcare should be more than just treating symptoms. It should be about really seeing the patient in front of you. In my practice, I do my absolute best to really listen to my patients. I give them multiple opportunities to share their thoughts, concerns, and even their fears. I often think about my first-time pregnant patients. I smile knowingly and gently encourage them to write down any concerns they may have. And I tell them to keep a list of questions on their phone because trust me, they'll have many questions. These patients often booked extra appointments just to get reassurance about their symptoms. They valued my personal and professional experience because they felt heard. That's the power of patient-centered care. Now imagine if FIFE was the gold standard in every healthcare setting. And let's take it one step further. What if we added personal development to the mix? I smile because as a certified coach, I've managed to weave personal development into my patient encounters. I don't just want my patients to be healthy. I want them to grow. I want them to thrive, to live life fully. It is not okay to be stuck in one place due to one's own limiting beliefs, limited experience, or knowledge. My goal is to help my patients do better, to challenge them and encourage them to step out of reactive thinking where life just happens to them. But what exactly is personal development and why is it crucial? Let's dive in. Personal development is about growth. It's about evolving from where you are today to where you have the potential to become. It involves self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and continuous learning. It's about breaking down limiting beliefs, expanding your knowledge, and stepping out of your comfort zone. In healthcare, we often focus on curing illnesses or managing symptoms, but true healing goes beyond the physical. It involves the mind and the spirit. When patients are empowered to grow, to understand themselves better, and to challenge their limiting beliefs, they don't just heal, they thrive. But here's the thing, personal development isn't a one-time event. It's a journey, a continuous process of becoming a better version of yourself. And this journey is just as important for healthcare providers and coaches as it is for the patients. Why? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. As physicians and coaches, we have to do the work ourselves. We have to be on this growth journey or we'll find ourselves running on empty, burnt out, and unable to show up fully for those who depend on us. This is where coaching bridges the gap. Coaching is about guiding people to find their own answers, to see possibilities they didn't even know existed. It's about being a sounding board, a support system, and sometimes a mirror that reflects back the truth. But let me be very clear, coaching is not about giving all the answers. It's about empowering individuals to find answers within themselves. And to be an effective coach or physician, You must be willing to walk that path of growth and vulnerability yourself. Here's where it gets even more interesting. FIFE isn't just for healthcare. It's a communication tool that can transform how we connect with others in everyday life. Think about it. As parents, when your child is upset, instead of jumping to conclusions, you can ask, how are you feeling? Then, what do you think happened? Ideas. How is this affecting your day? Function. And finally, what do you need from me right now? Expectations. This approach builds trust and emotional intelligence. At work or as leaders, imagine addressing conflicts by first understanding how team members feel and what they believe is causing the issue. This prevents misunderstanding and builds a more cohesive team environment. Even at the grocery store, if you notice someone looking overwhelmed, a simple, "Are you okay? Is there anything you need help with?" acknowledges their feelings and expectations, showing compassion. This is the power of FIFE. It teaches us to listen first and respond thoughtfully. It builds empathy, strengthens connections, and fosters a sense of understanding. It's truly a life skill. Imagine a world where we all practice this, where we all truly listened and responded with empathy. How different would our relationships be? How different would our communities feel? So here's my challenge to you. Whether you're a parent, a physician, coach, a parent, or a healer, start using FIFE. Start asking about feeling, ideas, and function and expectations in your daily interactions. You'll be surprised at how much deeper your connection will become. And to my fellow coaches and physicians, remember, you can't lead others where you haven't been yourself. Growth isn't just optional, it's essential. Let's be the example our patients and clients need. Let's be the catalyst for change. And to my listeners, if you're curious about coaching and how it can empower you to grow beyond your current challenges, feel free to reach out. I'm here to support you on your journey. Thank you for joining us in the Mental Health and Wellness Show. If you found today's episode valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, growth isn't a journey, and life doesn't happen to you. Until next time, I'm your host, Dr. Tomi Mitchell from the Mental Health and Wellness Show.